What is up, guys? Welcome back to the verse, where we are the most savage degenerates on the internet, and we don't cry when there's blood in the streets. All of you maxis out there right now, I can see you all over Twitter, bro. I had to take a Twitter break because of these past 2 days. I want to puke, Chris. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? All this this is some simping going on here. I'm not liking it.
All I see is a bunch of grown men just crying all over the internet. I have never seen it. You want to know the crazy part about this? 90% of these guys are like 3 times our age. we're over here just being degens, just buying every shiny object possible. Just think about that for a second.
Just just call them out like that, Chris. Yeah, there are some real old dudes in this space. They got some guys that think they're rappers and DJs, and hey, you know what? Whatever they want. I guess some people like having the gradient tickers and being subscribed to just one thing, but that's that. We would be up the creek without a paddle if we went with that strategy.
Nah, for real, man, bro. Honestly, I'm so glad in the bear market. We were standing there be like, oh my God, stake your hex 555. Ah! And then actually, no, we see P die, and we're just like, yo, something's coming over here. And like, no, you're a scammer. Stake your hex on Ethereum. And then next thing you know, Richard Hart nukes the freaking thing. Boom. What you gonna do now? I mean, come on, man. It's like you gotta be kidding me, because the crazy part about it is we get into PTGC, that was 1000x. We get into Teddy Bear, 1000x. Was it PDI, 5000x, Coinye, 100x. Like, I mean, you can't make this up. Numbers don't lie. What do you think, man?
Uh, I saw a guy on Twitter today, and I think the post was satire because he's like, "This is my last post," and it was like 22 hours ago, and he had already posted again. But he was just going off, bro. He was just ripping, saying this whole industry is a scam and all of this stuff, bro. So I think it's a good sign for all of us. We just buy when there's blood in the streets, and gotta love it. When everybody's fighting, we know it's a good sign for us.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And crazy part about this is going to be a very important live stream, because we just loaded up and backed up the truck on all new meme coins. Stuff's popping up on Pulsechain. Stuff's popping off on base. And let me tell you guys, if it makes money, it makes sense. We are not maximalists. We are what's it called? Coin agnostic, whatever that gay shit is. But it doesn't matter. But the point I'm trying to get across is, if it makes money, it makes sense. You got one bull market. Don't fall for the crowd. Be the black sheep. Go the opposite way. And that's what's going to be all about in this market. So good stuff, man. And like I said, great to have you on and all that good stuff. Now, do we have any comments popping up? I don't know if let me check one thing real quick. Before we get into charts, I want to make sure that we have the comments enabled. So because I
Yeah,
tell
it
you,
looks like it. It
what, dude,
looks
one
like it.
time I did not. Oh, they are? Okay,
I
cool.
think so.
All right. Well, good stuff. All right. Now, let's just get in and just see what's going on with Bitcoin and explain why we're not going through World War III right now. So, let's do a quick screen share. All right. Let me know when you see my screen. You see my screen?
Got it.
All right, cool. So, basically, what happened, and we're talking about this with Holonomics. So, we break the all-time high right up here, and we just had this massive run up. Now, basically, the Hong Kong ETF got approved, and typically when that happens, that's like a buy the rumor, sell the news type event, and that's part of the reason why we had such a massive sell-off. This was something that we also saw with the lead up to the Bitcoin ETF here in the US. So as of right now, let's take a little look at Ruski. We basically dipped down about 24, 27%. And if you look at all these drops on Bitcoin, that's about the same exact range. And then I was watching a few analysts, and what they're saying that typically we have about, after every little local top, it dips down for about 69 days, and then we find like a price level. Now, right now, the general consensus on Twitter, I want to put this up here, and then I'll zoom in. Let's see how close I can get to this price. This line right here. All I see on Twitter is 52K right here. Everybody's saying that Bitcoin's going to 52,000. And the one thing I want to tell you guys, if everybody's saying it, there is no way this is going to happen. How many times have people said, what was it, 10K in pray?
Yeah, it was 10K, 10K,
Okay.
11K, 10K.
Yeah. They're like 11K in pray, 11K in pray, 10K in pray. And then it got to like 14.5 and then just whoop. And the funny part about it is the reason why you could have figured this out was you had the 300-day moving average. And this is a little hack to find the next Bitcoin bottom. If we're in the next bull market, we'll probably, talk about it, but there's a good chance we might be doing other stuff. But the main point I'm trying to get across is this thing dipped below the 300 moving week average. And when that happens, that's when you usually find some sort of bottom on Bitcoin. And so because this thing came up so quickly, that's how we know about it wasn't 10K in pray. Now, as for future predictions, without making this into like a complicated math problem, everyone's saying 52K in pray, which means it's either going to come down right here, like I drew in this line, and shoot back up, or this thing's just going to go down even lower. It's not going to be 52K in pray. So probably my target and what I'm thinking based off of what I was looking at the drops, my first target I'm looking at is probably going to be somewhere right around 55K and then start to climb back up and do its thing. Now, my next target that I'm looking for is probably going to be down here at this magnet. You see how there's a bunch of candles going do. We'll probably get somewhere. I don't think it's going to go this low, but it's probably going to be something in the ballpark of 42K is what I'm thinking. And then the worst case scenario, which I firmly believe probably will not happen, and if it does, then World War III must have happened. The lowest is going to be 30K. So these are kind of like targets that you guys can look for, because typically, like when you're trying to, map things out, these are based on like percentages and chances and stuff like that. So in my opinion, I'm thinking we'll probably, dip down, have a little bit of red days, have a nice correction, because since this run up, we've been following this massive trend line just coming up. If you just plot this sucker out, and based on this trend line, we're going up, went back, touched it, went up, back, touched it, went up, back, touched it, came down, went up, came back, touched it, and then we started trending down. So obviously, if we go up a little bit, it's got to come down and come back to this trend line. Now, the question is, where is this going to hit? Is it going to continue to go up, or will it continue to go down? And that's why I'm not thinking that it's going to be anywhere between 32 and 42K. So I'm dead set on 54K. Any thoughts, man?
I think you're more of the expert on that one than me, man. I think if we were to drop any lower than that, we'd have to quit.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh, someone said something interesting. Collins, yes, 2 months. Yeah, thank you for the correction. I'll admit when I'm wrong, 2 months. Gravestone Doji on the 2 weekly chart. All right. Well, do I have 2 weekly charts on here? Well, I'm not going to look at it. Forget it. We'll just keep it moving. All right. Now, next thing. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. The big thing. Oh, yeah. Also, shout out to Z-Bar, my homie Z-Bar. What's up, brother? It's always good to see you, my man. Now, the thing that we got to look at, the big mystery. All right. Let's get rid of all these moving averages. I was just studying the market a little bit before this. Now, the thing that we're looking for, we are degens. We like to make money. We like pixelated images of frogs. We like dogs. We like cats. We like all the dumb stuff that you can ever find on the internet because we're pretty stupid. The one thing every single one of you guys should be paying attention to, Bitcoin market cap dominance, because when Bitcoin starts to go up and it falls, all that money gets rotated into Ethereum and altcoins. I don't even really watch the Bitcoin price chart as much as I watch the Bitcoin dominance chart. And if you guys have been in this market already, some things that you probably have saw were some of these really massive red candle spikes. So we started going up, boom, dominance breaks down, bonk, runs, bada beam, bada boom. keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, breaks down. Then we have another meme coin. What's another meme coin that ran besides
Was
Bonk?
that with that?
Yeah, dog with that. So what? Wi-Fi or whiff? I can't even. That is probably one of the weirdest memes ever. But hey, if it makes sense, then you're doing it wrong. Boom, breaks down. Another meme coin run. So these little red candles are where you're going to get your 100 to 200x. Now we're looking for the grand scheme of them all. We're looking for something like this, baby. This is what we want. And once that happens, it's going to be absolutely crazy. So as of right now, Bitcoin dominance is probably going to continue to build up as we try to find an all-time high. And then once we reach that all-time high and it starts to break down, then this thing is going to freaking skyrocket. We're going to see meme coin seize on Ethereum and Pulsechain. Any thoughts on it, man?
Yeah. I was curious. I had a question for you. I had today had heard about this being called faucet theory by the Bitcoin guys, and one of the guys was saying that because institutional money is now in crypto, that the faucet theory is less likely to happen. So I guess that means that the money is less likely to drip from Bitcoin. What do you think about this FUD?
Bitcoin bros. When have they ever been right? That's my first thing. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Shout out to Bitcoin bros. I actually like your Bitcoin DeFi system. That's a very great question. Here's the thing. Who bought into the market first? TradFi or just average shows like us? I guess you can kind of consider us retail. We're just like the small fish. We're not really retail. So who bought in first? The degen traders or TradFi?
The degens.
So there's going to be people that are going to take Bitcoin. They're going to take some of these bigger market cap altcoins and they're going to go and gamble it because if you think about it, they're going to have so much money. They're going to be sitting there be like, dang, man, I just made $100 million. You know what? I'm going for $1 billion because I'm going to go and try to have the same net worth as Elon Musk. People think that, believe it or not. So they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to take portion of this. I'm going to rotate it in. Now, because these guys got in before TradFi is pumping our bags. They're going to have bigger bags and they're still going to rotate. Will TradFi necessarily, get into these coins? Probably not. The only coins that TradFi are going to get into are probably going to be SWI, Aptos, maybe Solana, because they're talking about building ETFs for that. And then also they're going to have a meme coin ETF. So Shiba Inu, probably Dog with Hat, and Bonk. The TradFi might get into those because they're currently talking about doing ETFs with that. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And the post was on Bitcoin dominance, and so I was curious to ask you that earlier.
Yeah, and here's the other thing: they're so new to the meme coin ecosystem. They're actually about to get meme coin DeFi. And if you go look at the Bitcoin L2s, I'm not going to go into the science behind it, but all of them are saying it's not a true layer 2. I get that. There needs to be some more Bitcoin upgrades, but Stacks, Merlin Chain, Satoshi VM, B Squared Network, they're building out ecosystems that go into Bitcoin. There's going to be meme coins. There's going to be DEXs. There's going to be speculation. So I guarantee you, a lot of those Bitcoin guys are saying that BS. They're going to be speculating on those chains and they won't tell you. So awesome stuff. Now, yeah, and so ultimately, the one thing that we're looking for, there's probably going to be a, I would imagine that the Bitcoin dominance is probably going to come up because we're in an ascending triangle, and then we're probably going to bounce off. And then once we start to see Bitcoin hit all-time high, then we're going to see this little effect and go boom. Now, one thing you want to pay attention to on the blockchain center, the altcoin season index. Right now, we're sitting at 41. This thing almost got as high as 70. Was it 78? This is where you got your bonks and all your other. 84. This is where you started to see that meme coin run, and then it broke down, and meme coins got absolutely wrecked, and we're preparing for the next leg up. Now we bottomed out here at about 23, and so we're probably gonna be trading sideways here for a minute, and then we're gonna go back up, and we're gonna have another crazy altcoin season. One thing I want to point out here: when you start to see the altcoin season indicator get into the 90s, there's a good indicator that we're getting towards the tail end of the bull market. So make your money, have fun, But remember, the party's over. If you ever go to a party, you don't keep drinking for 8 hours straight. Sooner or later, you're gonna get drunk. You're gonna pass out, and then it's over. And that's what crypto is. It's just a massive party, and then the bear market's just a huge hangover. You know what I'm saying, my man? Is that the way?
Anybody could have put that better.
Yeah, and then the degens, man, they're so you know the guys who are conservative or whatever, they're at the bar, you know, drinking Modelo's and Bud Light. By the way, please don't drink, you know, all yada yada. Full disclaimer, YouTube, please don't kick us off the platform. And the degens, they're sitting there, man, they're taking them shots, baby. They're like, bro, where's the Dos Equis? We're going all in, baby.
Double cup at once, dog. Let's go. We're degens.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you got Sami in the corner drinking White Claws. So there you go. That's how it just goes, man. So good stuff.
Having a pina colada with hexologists.
Oh yeah, bro, definitely having mojito. So another thing you guys want to look at, all jokes aside, you know, pay attention to the altcoin season index, but also what I really like about this chart. Let me zoom in real quick. This is where you can find new developing ecosystems. Now, we have Dog with Hat, Pepe. You can see all the meme coins you're running right now. But if you guys want to find the next meme coin season, the thing that I notice is the chains usually appreciate really quickly, and then you see the meme coins pop. So before, like Dog with Hat and Pepe, we started a run up on Ethereum. We saw a run up on Solana. We also saw a lot run up on SCI. So the thing I'm looking for on here is these L1s. I'm looking at Near. I'm looking at Phantom, Binance Smart Chain, HBAR. When you start to see the percentages for these up a lot higher, there's a good chance that you're going to see a lot of speculation, altcoins and meme coins. Any thoughts on that, my man?
That's a nice tool. I've never seen that, so I'm gonna be using that from now on to check into some of these things for these memes. That's a nice tool.
Yeah, and then the other thing I really like is market cap dominance by category. So this is another thing I love to look at. So basically, this is another way to it's basically a way to do a graph, but with the top 10 blockchains. So if you guys want to find good memes and good altcoins, you want to go where all the money's at, and you want to look at dominance not only versus Bitcoin, the rest of the industry, but you also want to look at the dominance versus other layer one blockchains. Now, right now, Ethereum 20%, and then goes as low as XRP at 1.6%. The reason why this is important, everyone's gambling on Base. They're gambling on on Solana. They're gambling on all these other blockchains. But if you look at the market cap dominance, all the money's still with Ethereum. So, Trent, what does that tell you?
It tells me that there's going to be some banger memes that we haven't even seen yet on Ethereum. Just because it's not time.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm talking about. It's not time for the degens to be taking shots at the bar in the crypto party. That's what that means. Now,
chill out.
Chill out, man, dude. Man, how many bars have we been kicked out of, man? It's getting pretty out of hand. Well, we'll talk about it later. But now, next thing, Binance Smart Chain. Not a lot of people like BNB. Believe it or not, BNB is going to be a play. CZ dipped out. Everyone's like, that's it for it. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you something. BNB created the degens. There's going to be another degen run. There's going to be, what was those dApps that we were using?
Bro, are you talking about the miners?
Yeah, the miners. Yeah, what were those that we messed around with?
The Mischief airdrop miners and
oh no, don't call them out. Oh man, dude, so many people are gonna beef for a live stream. It's so funny. But
Crypto Mischief. Shout out Crypto Mischief if you're watching this one.
Yeah, shout out to Richie, man. He's a homie. I love him, dude. He's a good dude. But the point I'm trying to get across is that's where that stuff was made on Binance Smart Chain. And you know the best part about it is I see so many meme coins popping up, and there's one I'm not gonna talk about in this live stream because you know we're just like that. We just like to gatekeep. But do not fade Binance Smart Chain. So definitely good stuff. Awesome, man. Well, just went through charts. Now, let's talk about our favorite thing. What's our favorite thing, my man?
Winning.
What's our second favorite thing?
Meme coins.
Yes.
Let's go.
That's what we're talking about, baby. All right, so let's go through some meme coin charts. And we got some new ones to talk to you guys about. You know, we're playing 3D chess. We're trying to get ahead of the curve and all that good stuff. Now, first one. It's my favorite meme coin, man. One of my favorites. Coin Yay. My gosh, man. This is probably one of the most brilliant memes I have ever seen. Kanye's face on a fish and a little coin. How crazy is that, man? Remember,
Man,
remember, remember
it's
first seeing
biblical.
this coin? Remember,
It's
remember,
biblical, bro.
remember when we first saw this coin?
Yeah, I said you have to get it, bro. I said drop everything you're doing and buy now because it's Kanye related. Absolutely worth it. Second meme coin in existence. No brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, so basically, we first got into and tweeted about this, and no one really took us seriously about Coinye. And the next thing you know, the thing just goes absolutely berserk. Now, what's happening with Coinye right now? It's trading in these two channels, right? So I can tell you right now, we got a magnet sitting about right around here. So it's coming up, past the magnet, down, came down here, test all-time lows, came up here, boom, test it, failed to come back up, boom, tested it, coming back here, and then it's probably going to come back here. Now, the thing I will say about Coinye, you got to understand, the narrative is going to be based on Kanye West. Will Kanye West say something about Coinye? Because if he says anything, whether it's a lawsuit or tweets about it, bro, it's over. This thing's going nuclear, not financial advice. You see what I'm saying? So, and arguably, Kanye's probably one of the biggest stars in all of hip hop. Everybody knows this guy. He also knows how to really piss people off like we do. So it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah. So one thing I want to mention, I have a couple targets on Coinye if we start to get another base run. So I did mention we're coming out of a cup and handle, and my first one, this is kind of a little bit of a moonish one. It's probably sitting at about 8 cents is my first one. And then my next one, we're probably going to come up here and get back to 4 cents and test the all-time high. There might be a little bit of retracement, meaning that there could be a magnet forming up there. So that's going to be the first two targets we got right here. And then the last one, which is probably going to be the least bearish one, is going to be this one right here, where it comes up and just tests this magnet and then bounces back down to the channel. So right now you got 3 targets to look at. So first one, 2 cents. Next one's 4 cents. And the next one's going to be 8 cents. So definitely really good stuff. So awesome. Now, for our next meme coin, this one is doing absolutely crazy. This was actually made by a PDIOG. The name of this project is BTFD. Buy the freaking dip, baby. And let me tell you, this thing's coming out of an ascending triangle, and it broke out a little bit, and it's coming back down. Sitting at $282,000 market cap. I do know the developer of this project. I love this narrative. I think it's great. And their plans right now is they're going to build out a web on Base. So right now they have a pairing between Wrapped ETH. They got one with Ski, and then they just set up one with Coinye. Any thoughts on BTFD?
Are they using the Pulsechain dark web hacks to create LP?
Yeah, similar. It's more like PTGC. So PTGC like paired up BTFD with PTGC paired up with a couple other tokens across the ecosystem, and then they launched multiplier tokens. So, but from my understanding, what BTFD is trying to do is set up critical pairings across Base, gain traction, and then potentially maybe go down a similar route to PTGC. You know what I'm saying, my man?
Yeah, I like it. I like this one. I like the colors on the meme right there. You said you know the dev. Who's the dev?
Who's the dev? Oh, I can't say that. I can't say. I can't,
Oh,
can't,
okay,
can't
okay,
reveal
okay.
that sources.
In suspense over here. I like it. I like it. I like to have a little mystery in my life. Yeah. So I like the colors. I like that they got the deck screener filled out already. It's good to go. It looks like they got some volume pumping through there. That's not too bad. Definitely something that I like because I want to get in on those low caps. So that's a nice look.
Absolutely. So I'm a big fan of BTFD, my man. So good stuff. Now, we got to talk about Teddy Bear. We'll talk about Pulsechain stuff because you guys absolutely just love Pulsechain so much. Share some thoughts about Discovery by Tropo and Pulsechain. Okay, I will in a second. Just give me a second, all right? All right. We'll talk about in this next segment. Now, here's the thing we got to talk about Teddy Bear. I see all this FUD. I see everybody hating on this project. And the one thing I will say about Teddy Bear specifically, when you're first, you're going to get hated on. There's one college football team. I mean, not college football team. There's one NFL team I hate because I am a Redskins fan, and it's the Dallas Cowboys. I hate them so much. I do not like anything about them. I do not like Jerry Jones. I know it's funny because you are a Dallas Cowboys fan.
I just knew you were just gonna ramble on and on and on. But hey, you know what? Your squad they haven't been looking too hot for many years either. So not too much room to talk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No. Redskins or Commanders, whatever their name is, they haven't been good since probably the 80s. So, main point I'm trying to get across is when Teddy Bear is number one, people are going to come for it. People are going to hate. There's always going to be someone coming at it. And the one thing I want to say about this is this could be the next Shiba Inu right here. You're looking at it. And what's the one component of Teddy Bear that's going to be a lot more special than any other project? You want to take a guess?
What's the one component that makes it more special than the other projects that is tied to PDI?
Exactly. Tropa ecosystem. And here's the other thing. There's two other things actually I forgot to add. There's the Tropa ecosystem, there's Sunny's ecosystem, and then there's the PTGC ecosystem. So let's just take a look at this real quick. Let's see if it pops up. I know I like Dex Screener. I just don't like Dex Tools whatsoever. I should be on Dex Tools, but I'm too lazy. So
sorry, I won't tell Coach.
Don't tell Coach, man. He come at me, man. So the liquidity between Teddy Bear and Atropa, $395,000. Now the next thing, let's look at PTGC. I know PTGC has a pairing between Bear. The pairing between Teddy Bear and PTGC, $267,000 in liquidity. Now let's look at A1A. I don't think the A1A and the Bear one's as thick, but let's just take a look. A1A and Teddy Bear. All right, I might need to double check that. Teddy Bear, well, let's do Bear / A1A. I'm pretty sure they set up some sort of pairing behind it. All right, I'm going to have to double check the price because this might be a glitch, but you get the point. The point I'm trying to say is Bear has liquidity pools tied up to these three tokens. The three most important tokens on Pulsechain are going to be number one, Atropa, which plays into PDI, PTGC, because the ecosystem is absolute beast, and A1A, because it's trying to bring PRC20 to parity. The best way to onboard people is going to have stories. Do you like stories?
Good. I'm ready.
Exactly, because the thing is, meme coiners love stories. They like to buy an idea. And if we can sell them the story that, hey, we got a token called A1A, bringing PRC20s to parity. Hey, we got something called Tropa, supporting PDI, trying to bring it to $1. Hey, we got something called PTGC because we got aliens on the blockchain. Boom, baby. That's it. The speculation will come in. So the reason why I think Bear is going to go absolutely ballistic is because if PTGC runs, Bear's going to run. If A1A runs, Bear's going to run. If Atropa runs, what's going to happen to Bear?
It's going to run. It's basically what you're saying to me is that the teddy bear meme coin is just not just any old meme coin. It's a meme coin modeled after Richard Hart's bear. And now we've added a freaking jetpack to this thing. Like, are you kidding me? Teddy bear flying around with the jetpack to the freaking moon because it has all of these pairings, bro. How could it be no more of a no-brainer than that?
Absolutely. So, long story short, Teddy Bear is going to be the number one meme coin on Pulsechain, regardless of what anyone says. Can I make a magnet on here? All right, never mind. Screw it. But you get the point. Now, as for the entire ecosystem, you guys can speculate. People want me to talk more about Atropa and PDI. If you got any specific questions about tokens, just leave them down in the chat. But I like Teddy Bear a lot. I think this thing could get to $1 billion MCAP. I also think that this could be a token that could be listed on Coinbase. People like this teddy bear. And the crazy part about this, the biggest problem with crypto right now, you want to take a guess on that one?
Barrier to entry.
VC dumps. You got so many projects, Sui, Aptos. There's so many VC dumps. Here's the thing about Teddy Bear and DAI and the PRC20s and Pulsechain. There's no VC dumps. You're not getting dumped on. There's no insiders. This is all community built. It's all community ran. Everything that you see behind it has nothing to do with VC funds. And the crazy part about this is we got meme coins that are pumping in our VC dumps. It's getting crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? Like we're in the trenches. We're getting shot at all around. Hopefully that analogy made sense. So, yeah. So, cool. Any more thoughts on Bear, my man?
Nah, we broke it down nice. That's a good one right there, boss. That's looking solid.
Yes, sir. All right. Now, the majestic, the legendary, the best Pokemon of the game, PDI, my personal favorite. So, just some things I'm going to point out with PDI. It's very hard to really, get in and price chart, man. This was when I was just messing around with it. So, a lot of people in the community, they always like to talk about descending triangles. Now, the thing about descending triangles is when it comes to anything like PDI related, there's always a crazy break. Why is this doing this? Okay. So anything, all right, I'm starting to really, really hate deck screen. I might just go over deck tools very soon. Now, the thing about gosh, what I was saying, yeah. So descending triangles, PDI likes to break out on these descending triangles, and then boom, out of nowhere, just go crazy, and it just keeps repeating the same exact process. Come on, man. Now, where are we at right now with PDI? And that's everybody's big question because all the haters, the hate us. The losers are coming out of the woodwork and they're attacking PDI as usual. This happens so many times. I want to say like me and Trip, man, we were PDI OGs. And this is what happened. So this is where we bought PDI. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna point this out real clear for y'all. Since everybody likes to talk trash. It was somewhere like right around here. This is where we got in. It was like somewhere right around here. I need to go look at the exact tweet date or whatever.
And they'll say we got lucky.
Oh yeah, they'll always say we got lucky. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come right here. I'm gonna say Kris and Trey entry. Boom. Right there. Big old bright lead letters. This is where me and my homie made it into the game. Right there. So we came in here, and then next thing you know, guess what happens? Boom, it goes up. Sami Fuds goes down, goes up. Oh my God, dollar cost crypto Fuds goes down. Nobody cares. And then we go absolutely nuclear, and then we come back down, and then all the clown army guys come out there and they start attacking. They start talking trash. They always had something to say. And then we come back down. PDI Thursday, boom, back up. And then we come back down. And then boom, past the all-time high. The Maxi Army starts crying. They go back into the woodwork. They come back up here. And it was unsustainable. And then traded all the way back down here. And then so from this period of time right here, the amount of trash talk from beta male men was insane right here. It was absolutely crazy. Just beta males just coming out and just talking trash the entire time. Now, the one thing I want to point out, the reason why I corrected so hard is you got liquidity pools. You had different prices of tokens. They trade between each one. The money spreads out. Now, as money started flowing into PDI, the system started charging up and it creates these like waves. And so with these waves, as money moves, it's got to balance out. So what happened was people were coming in speculating, and then it started moving through the Atropa web, and then it started balancing out, and it found this price floor down right around here. And that's where the price floor was. And then it started charging back up and started doing its thing again. Maria, the developer behind this project, guess how much money he or she burnt? I think as a team of people, FYI. So we'll just...
Oh, I think even if I were to guess, I'm going to sound stupid. So I'm going to just say 50 million.
40 million. 40 million in. Burnt $40 million
Just
for this
burn
entire
it.
thing. So
It's probably fake.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, money ain't real. So after that, we came in, descending triangle, breakout, descending triangle, breakout, and then I'm not going to draw every single one. And then this is the last breakout. So what happened here? This is the one thing everybody's wondering. How do we get such a crazy breakout? I'll give you one guess. HARD. Hard. Let's freaking go. Shout out to the homie Sonny. Check it out right now. So Die Hard. Die Hard was launched by Sonny as a meme token. And the reason why this thing went absolutely nuclear was because there's an LP between Die and Hard, and a bunch of those hard tokens within the burn wallet address. So it's just burning hard tokens off of the market. That's part of the reason why Die did its thing and why it went absolutely nuclear from here. So what are we looking at right now with Die? There's obviously a clear magnet right here. It's going to be trading down. There's a good chance that we might bump down here to test this level, because since we went up this high, we're waiting for money to flow into the ecosystem. So we might get something like this so that the LPs will balance out. But once it balances out and we hit a bottom, dude, this thing can go nuclear again. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So,
I'm curious. So after the Die Hard launch, I thought that had to be a time where most of the weak hands were flushed out. Now that's maybe obviously not true. Or how much of the LP stabilizing is the red candles after the Die Hard event? How much is it the LP trying to find that price?
That's hard to say, man. That's like a PhD level math question. Because a lot of it comes down to is you got to really look at the chain and look at how much money's in between each LP. So, well, actually, ask your question again. Are you saying like how low will it go based off of that?
I was saying that the sell-off after Die Hard could basically be a mixture of the LPs trying to balance and a mixture of that and weak-handed holders.
Oh, yeah, I see. Actually, you know what? You bring up a great point. Let's just do a little moon math here. So we had a 90% correction off of it. So there's a good chance that we might, I don't think it's going to be a 90% correction. I will say that because we got more money flowing to the system, it absorbs. If it were to go down 90%, that would put it back down to right back to where it's at. So I don't think that's going to happen.
But that just shows that some of the weak hands have been flushed out since the beginning. So that's kind of what I was curious about. Okay, that answers my question.
Yeah. So, yeah, I do agree. And I think the main thing that we're basically looking for is if it were to come here, we could test this magnet, or we could bump down to point like 0.0325. But then once we bottom out, we go for the next leg. Probably one of our biggest targets is what I'm looking at is going to be somewhere up here around a penny and a half, because we're coming out of a well, hopefully if this comes down here, well, I don't know if I want to do like a price target like that. We got to see if it comes down here and then bounces up right here and then comes back down. There's a good chance that will be a head and shoulders, which is very bearish, and that's something we do not want to see. So I'm not saying that's happening, but as for prediction of price charts, I definitely see it trading down here. It might come back down, And if it's forming that descending triangle pattern, there's a good chance we'll start to see a breakout. So that's why absolutely love DAI. I do think it's going to go to $1. If you guys hate on me, I don't really care. So good stuff, man. All right, man. Well, we'll move on to the next one. And I'll let you take away on this one, man, because this is one that you found. It's not it's not your girlfriend. It's not your girlfriend. It's not your mom. It's not your sister. It's your dog, and your dog's name is Linda.
As long as it's not Karen.
I
can go with Linda. Linda sounds like a white girl name, but
dude, I kid you not, dude. If you ever married someone named Karen or like actually no, if you name your daughter Karen, dude, you're just setting up your kid for a miserable life now. I feel like you can't do that name.
Yeah, that name needs to be abolished.
Yeah, okay. All right, talk to me.
So you got Linda here, and Linda stuck out to me because I've been doing a lot of work, spending time on chains that don't really have a whole lot of volume flowing through them. So I noticed several months back when I was looking at Sui, I noticed Linnea and I noticed Mantle. They were all sitting real low in volume. Would you look at the Linnea chain and see what the volume is right now?
Yeah, I got you.
It's definitely upticked since I was looking at this chain maybe 3 months ago. Saw the Linda token about maybe 3 months ago. Chain maybe had less than $10 million worth of volume. So to me, that's a cool indicator because I know that these scaling solutions and these layer 2 blockchains and some of even these layer 3 blockchains, they haven't come into their full use case yet. So we know that there's going to have meme coin pumps and there's going to be runs, but we just know that these types of memes haven't seen the greatest days yet. So we got that nice market cap of 7 million with the liquidity sitting at 700K. And just from studying B roots and knowing about these meme coins, I know we're in dog season. And so when I see a dog that's connected to the actual blockchain and the blockchain endorses the meme token, my meme token sensor goes off, my intuition kicks in, and I go ahead and send these calls over to Kris, and we scoop these bad boys up. So full disclosure, we are in Linda. Got into that I think just last week, and super excited about this token, man. I think it's so cool being able to check out these chains and find these sleeper tokens on here. What did you think about Linda when I first sent it over?
I loved it, man. So just do a little price analysis. That's definitely a cup and handle. So if it breaks out of the pattern, man, it's gonna be looking good. That's an if. That's an if. I was looking at price targets. Now, here's the thing about Lina. Lina's a layer 2 to Ethereum. This is heavily VC funded. There's backing behind consensus. Now, the reason why I like Linda is because it's one of the smaller dog coins in the ecosystem. Now, if you guys have been on Lina, you received a airdrop called Foxy. Foxy is backed by consensus, so you can make a case that this is a VC funded token. That and also the FDV is $134 million. So that tells you everything you need to know. Now, I'm not saying get into Foxy. I'm just giving you guys the facts so you can make up your mind and be a DJ like us. Now, when Trent came across and said, Linda, light bulb went on my head. I'm like, bro, you're an absolute genius. Now, here's something to expect with Lina coming out in this month. There's a good chance there's going to be an airdrop. We're going to see tokens get released to anybody on the chain. And when that happens, that could uptick the volume and people might start speculating. And if they start speculating, there's 2 coins they're going to go for. The first one's going to be Foxy, and we're not personally in Foxy, but it is going to be like the number 1 meme coin, like Brett on the base chain, and then Andy on Blast, yada, yada, yada. And then the next one, it's going to be Linda. And Linda is the founder's dog. So overall, I love this play. I think it's a phenomenal coin. I think when Lina starts to blow up, because it is backed by consensus, that's a big name. Hey, man, we're going to the moon. Any last thoughts on it, my man?
Yeah, I've actually got a question for you about this particularly. I was thinking about this last night, and I wanted to ask it on stream today. So what has to happen on Ethereum for us to see these layer 2 blockchains achieve their full use case? We've got Mode, we've got Scroll, we've got ZK Sync, we've got all these roll-ups, these layer 2s, and they're all in competition, right? So what is it going to take for what is it going to take on the Ethereum chain to happen for all of these to blow up and start competing heavily with each other with a lot of volume? What has to happen on Ethereum?
So basically, the big thing that has to happen is gas fees need to start going up. So basically, the main point I'm trying to get across is when we start to see an uptick in gas fees, people are going to start to launch projects on these L2s, and you're not going to convince a retail trader, hey, you got to pay $50 to trade a pixelated image of a dog. That's going to be hard. So when that happens, we're going to see a huge push of not only projects, but also your actual Ethereum to these layer 2 so that you can do the trades. You can execute the swaps there. So I think that's that's the big thing is going to be gas fees when we start to see this blow up. And then the second thing, meme coins, baby. There's always going to be a number one meme coin in every chain. And when that meme coin blows up, all the other ones below it are going to skyrocket. So in my opinion, with Lina, once we start to see this airdrop, we see gas fees on Ethereum increase, we're probably going to see the Foxy token get to a crazy number. And then the next token they're going to look at, they're like, all right, what's the next best thing? And it's going to be Linda. And Linda could potentially be a play since it is the founder's dog. Does that answer your question?
Yep. So be on the lookout for those high Ethereum gas fees again, making everybody mad. I'm gonna look at crypto Twitter for that one. I'm gonna see it on there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey man, someone on crypto Twitter, they're always mad about something, dude. It's just how it is. It's kind of funny. They're like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" Ah! So, I mean, ultimately, when it comes to Linda, just full disclosure, FYI, this is a cup and handle. If you guys are looking to make an entry, not financial advice, I would probably wait for something like this right here, where it goes up and then comes back down. I mean, this last cup and handle actually broke down a little bit. So I don't know if this is the case, but if this pattern continues to form, we might have a little bit of entracement. The last one when it was about 75. So if we do have a retracement, yeah, I don't think it's gonna go that low. No. So okay, cool. Yeah, so that's why Linda is your next one. Cool. All right,
Linda
man.
is looking leggy, bro. Linda's gonna leg up. Let's go.
Yeah. This thing's kind of running. So I don't know. I mean, I think we should just let the pattern play out, and then if it breaks down, then look at it. But overall, definitely probably going to be the biggest sleeper on Lina. All right, and then we got another coin, man. This is another one you found. So let's get into it, my man. Oh,
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
yeah.
I like the chart. I just like the chart. I like it. I like it when it's in the golden pocket. I
Wait,
love the market cap right now.
hey,
And
go ahead. Hey, give us a breakdown what it is.
so hang on. Did you have the website pulled up? Give me one
Mm,
second.
I got the website right here. Is this what you want?
Yeah.
There you go. I got it right here.
Okay, so we see right here on the beginning, okay? The first original community coin on the Scroll network. So we know that this is the community driven, it's not VC funded. And I think that if you can get into something that is, what are they calling it now? This that's not a CTO, a community takeover. That's what they're calling it. From all the Solana community takeovers. I think to be able to get in on something that's community driven before a dev rugs, I think that's a really good sign. So, in looking at the chart, we know that this has been funded by the people, and they sent that first huge candle up, and we got a nice retracement, obviously back down into the golden pocket. Been trading sideways for just a little while, but I go back to volume on this. We're looking at not much volume on Scroll right now. I guess that's because the gas prices on Ethereum are not going to be high enough to drive that volume in there yet. But Scrolly, the map, it just fits perfect for a meme narrative on Scroll. It reminds me of the Dora the Explorer map from the show Dora the Explorer. So I think that seeing this animated map will resonate with a lot of people. and I think that it goes great with the chain. I think it just fits the narrative, and price chart's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. I think with the scroll network, this is the same case with Lina. A lot of these layer twos are VC funded, and they're gonna pump on these coins, and that's what's gonna bring everyone over. Just to be clear, I don't like that's just how the game is. That's the thing that we're seeing. And when we front run these narratives, that's when we make money. This is what we did for base, and we hit absolute bangers, baby. We got into Koine, we got into Benny, we got into God, what else? Was it one of them was like Boshi or something? Like we got into so many and made an absolute crush on base. So we're basically doing the same formula, the same method, and we're showing you guys what we're doing because we're just I don't know, we're good people. I guess is that the best way to put it?
I
So
think that's what it is, man. I mean, at this point, man, we just like to share this info with you guys as much as possible.
yeah.
Uh,
So go ahead. Sorry.
no, no, no. We're both really busy guys, but it's important for us to share this stuff with you because we couldn't just keep it all to ourselves, man.
Yeah. So right now, we're trading in channels. So this is like a accumulation phase. So it just tells you that a lot of people are holding, and there's a good chance that once the scroll volume increases, what is that? What's the scroll volume? 15 million. So once that volume increases, we'll probably get up to well, I don't want to do crazy price targets, but that's when we're going to start to see everything on scroll run. So definitely good stuff. So yeah, man, we're getting towards the end there. Now, looks like we got 88 people in this live stream. Let's freaking go.
What's up,
So
everybody?
yeah, good stuff. All right. I got two last meme coins. I got one that could potentially be the next Shiba Inu. And then I also got one that's my number one pick for the Atropia ecosystem behind Bear. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
we got two. Which one do you think we should we talk about? Because I only want to talk about one of them.
Um, go with the first one.
The next Shiba Inu.
Yeah, I want to hear about it. If it's not bear, then I want to know what the next one is.
Or the Atropia ecosystem.
No, I want to know what the next Shiba Inu is.
Okay, so basically what was going on is that we had a bunch of not developers, but so Ryoshi left Shiba Inu because he was not happy with the project. And he started another project called Taizuki. And Taizuki broke down. People in the community did not back this project whatsoever. So instead of going to Taizuki, he actually launched another project. Supposedly, that's the rumor. The name of this project is called Beardy. Now, the story behind Beardy was this project was launched out, and supposedly there's a contract of a wallet address that basically created tied back to Ryoshi and the Ryoshi research account on Twitter. Now, the project was out for a couple months, and then the dev pulled the liquidity off of the market, and the entire community was devastated. And then I think it was about 2 months ago. Was it January? Oh, excuse me, like 4 months ago, right around in January, the dev put the liquidity back on the chain, and people started jumping back in. So if you haven't heard about the Shiba Inu history, the same exact thing happened. The liquidity was pulled, and then it was put back on. So it was like a rug. And then it was the same exact situation with Beardy. And so that's why so many people think that this could potentially be the next Shiba Inu that's backed by Ryoshi. Now, some things that are coming out. Supposedly, they're trying to create a layer 2 chain called like Beardy chain or something. Shiba Inu created was it Shibarium, and Shibarium was a huge failure. So the similarities that we're seeing between Beardy and Shiba Inu are extremely astounding. And the fact that this token is tied back to Taizuki, and then Taizuki is tied back to Ryoshi Research makes a lot of people think that the developer of Shiba Inu is creating Beardy because Shiba Inu cannot gain true decentralization. How crazy is that?
That's wild, man, and it makes me wonder if it's somebody else that's just doing what he did, or if the connections are strong enough to know like this is him, and he's got his hands on something else, and you definitely need to get in now. So that'd be interesting to know more about.
Yeah. So I think ultimately, when it comes to meme coins, it's all about speculation. It's all about selling a story. I like stories. Trey, I definitely know you love stories. You're better at telling stories than me. And the main point I'm trying to get across is any project with a story like that, it is so hard not to speculate. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. We're buying stories, baby. We're
I
buying stories.
Yeah, it's so hard to sit there and just be like, okay, well, I'm not really sure, so
So I
yada
guess I
yada yada.
won't put 100 in.
So I guess
I guess I'll stake it in hex.
stake your hex 555. So
If you're watching this stream right now and you're buying any of these coins, you hate Richard hard.
It's so funny. Hey, shout out to Richard Hart, man. He's a goat, though. I love him. I love him to death, man. The greatest man ever. But yeah, stake your hex 555. Now, so the main point I'm trying to get across is on top of that, sorry, the other thing I want to tell you, there's something called a grand reveal. Some people think that there's going to be some sort of huge information that's going to come out very soon. It's being hinted at by another Twitter account. I can't really keep up with this. It's a lot of information, but ultimately, the reason why I think this could be a potential play is because of the speculation, the story. And if it doesn't pan out, well, you threw a dart, you miss. With the meme coins, you got to throw 100 darts before you hit the target. You know what I'm saying? So,
Got to.
yeah, what's the average batting percentage for an MLB hitter? You're a baseball guy.
I mean, I think 300 is above like average.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, was that like 3 out of every 10
Three out of
baseballs you
every
hit?
Yep, 3 out of every 10. So better swing away.
Yeah. So if you hit 3 out of every 10 baseballs, then you get to go to the MLB. So just think about that for a second.
Well, I tell you what, Kris, if you come around me and you see me, I'm gonna have a leather wallet and I'm gonna open it up and you're gonna see it's full of beardy.
Oh man, I love it. Yeah. So like I said, guys, not financial advice, but check out Beardy. Great community, great token. It's sitting at about a $2.5 million market cap. At this point, when you're looking at these meme coins, you're looking to find the next one that could anywhere between 100 million to a billion. That is what we're speculating. That's what we're hitting for. So cool. Awesome. All right. I don't know if I really want to go through questions. All right. Well, all right. I'll do one more meme coin and then we'll keep it moving. But it's either the Pulsechain Atropa play or we can get into some stack stuff. I think is going to go to a bazillion freaking dollars.
I don't think these guys are ready for stacks, bro. I don't think they're ready yet. I think they want to wait. I think they want to wait till next week to hear about stacks.
Okay. All right. But hey, Stacks ecosystem is going to be a play, and I'm pretty sure we found some absolute bangers on that chain. So we'll say that for another day, and it gets into Bitcoin DeFi. We'll go to DGen. So now the last thing I want to talk about, and then we'll get this thing wrapped up. Everybody's been talking about Atropa ecosystem plays, so I'll just be nice to you guys, and I'll tell you one that I like and Trey likes because we're the Atropa ecosystem gods. We know these things. But I'm just kidding. We're not gods. There's only one God. But one project, yeah, there's just one God. The one project I really like is called Poppy. Now, if you guys have been following my videos and stuff, I talk about Poppy a lot. And right now, Poppy is in the Atropa ecosystem web. And the reason why I really like Poppy has to do with how the LPs are being played out and being laid across. Now, if we come over here to this great post, a shout out to Pulse Chameleon. I found this on Twitter. I think you did a great job posting this. I think there's also Pulse app. There's multiple ecosystems and multiple webs under Atropa. There's the main one where you have Teddy Bear, and Teddy Bear is paired up to projects like Scissor, Treasury Bill. I'm not going to go through every single one. You guys will get bored. And it also has paired up to tokens like LOL and Writing and QDAO. I don't even know any of this stuff. So there's one level. The next level, it's called the BFF level. You got BFF. You got Poppy right here. Zurich, Scissors, No Nukes. You got Leprosy. Is that how you say it? Leprosy? Is that a disease?
What is that? I have to put my glasses on. I gotta put my shades on. Yeah, leprosy. Yeah, okay,
Is that
interesting.
isn't that like a disease or something?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, Lazarus had leprosy. Yep.
Oh Jesus. Okay. This dev is just on one.
All
So
over the place.
you got no nukes, you got leprosy, you got BFF, and then the next one, the teddy bear ecosystem. So here's the reason why I really like Poppy. So number one, Poppy is a close to BFF. Maria wants BFF to go to 8K because they're trying to build out a BFF ecosystem. Then they're trying to build out the no nukes ecosystem. The no nukes is going to be like the gem of that. And that's what's going to really build out all the other utility. But there's going to be a huge build between BFF and Poppy. Also, on the flip side, Bear. This is the key one you guys got to understand. There's a token called Greenland, and I'm not going to go through every single one, but this gets into the tokenized assets that they're trying to build in the ecosystem. Now, when Bear starts to run, a lot of people are going to take their Bear and they're going to speculate. This is how the game goes. Roll at Pulse runs. They take their Pulse and speculate on blue chips in Pulsechain. Blue chips on Pulsechain blow up. They take those coins. They speculate on low caps. It runs like around in like a little circle. Bear holders will potentially come into the ecosystem and they might try to speculate with projects like Greenland. They might go for bullion. I'm not going to say that one and lilies and all that stuff. So in my opinion, based on the LP pair, there's a good chance that Poppy's in a good route between Bear and Greenland and Atropa and the whole 9 yards. And also on top of that, there's a good chance that if PDI were to hit $1, this ecosystem is going to be worth over $4 billion or whatnot. And so in my opinion, Poppy's going to appreciate with a lot of the other tokens. And on top of that, it's definitely a memeable token. So Poppy is going to be my number one sleeper pick of the Atropa ecosystem. And I also know Sonny agrees with me on that. Any thoughts on that, man?
What comes to mind for me is a video that I saw quite a while back, and it was basically saying that DAOs are going to be the future household names like Nike and so on and so forth. But I get that vibe from the whole what's the dysnomia? Is that right?
Yeah, it's like a layer 2 dysnomia.
I get the whole vibe from that, from the dysnomia vibe, that this is a DAO that they're creating, that's gonna possibly stand for a long, long time. It's a very interesting way that they're organizing this, and I could see it just from having talked to you about the idea and the concept behind it all. It's fascinating, mind blowing, and almost surreal to think about if all of this stuff comes to fruition. So, pretty exciting to see that those webs that you were showing us actually may end up having some real world use case in the future.
Yeah, and the crazy part about this is if we look at holders, a lot of these tokens, majority of them are in LPs. 10% is the 414. So the 414 owns 10% of Poppy. And then on top of that, when we get down to the amount of holders that own 1% supply, there's not that many. So when it comes to the supply distribution, getting in position in this, you won't have to worry about, any crazy was it malevolent players. So in my opinion, I think Poppy's a play. The only thing I don't like about Poppy is the supply is at 1 million right now. And typically you want meme coin tokens to have like a quadrillion supply because the newbies will come in and be like, oh, I bet you this token with a supply of 1 quadrillion could reach $1. Let's get to it, baby. Just like with Shiba Inu. It's a trap, man. Like the new guys are like, man, I could buy this. It could reach $1 and I'll have $50 billion. It's probably not going to happen, dude. Well, let's be honest here. We all thought that at one point. You know what I'm saying?
You need exit liquidity. You gotta have
it. Oh, Jesus, man. So yeah, man. So yeah, that's all I got for meme coins. You got anything else, my man?
Man, I think we hit all the bases tonight. Save a little bit of stacks for next week. Get into that. Get into what we've been getting over there, and yeah, man, it's been good stuff.
Yeah, man, that was an awesome live stream, and like I said, we do this 2 times a week. We talk about our plays. These are our plays for the next leg up, and then once we get to that leg up, we're probably gonna do a profit taking strategy, keep some long term bags, and then go and look at other coins for the following leg up because it's just gonna go up and then go down, and then we're gonna regroup and then figure it out and then make some more plays because that's how we go. That's just what we do. You know, actually, Trent, I just had a coming Jesus moment. I'm going to log off of here and I'm going to stake my hex. That is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to, no more meme coins. That's it. That's over. You know, I'm going to rehab. I'm staking my hex. That's what we're doing.
Are you sure you don't want to consult your financial advisor first?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I got to, man. I got to go consult my financial advisor. So I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Man,
well, just so you know, you use the RPC, you got to click an extra button, and it's going to be really difficult for mass onboarding. So if you can do it, I mean, maybe a caveman could do it.
Man, we're just joking, guys. We're just screwing around. I do have a good amount of hex stake. So, but yeah, so awesome, man. Well, hey, that was an awesome live stream, man, guys. Like I said, thank you for the support. Please, hit the like button. That's how we get out to the algorithm. And you guys got any more comments or questions, leave them down below in the chat. We'll answer anything. And yeah, if you guys want more alpha, follow us on Twitter at theverse369. Thanks, guys.
No, hey guys, I got and just before we log off, I just one more call to action. I've been editing these videos for 3 years now, putting likes and subscribe on there. Guys, over 50% of our audience is not subscribed. So it means everything to us for you to just click the subscribe button, click that like button. It runs us up in the algorithm, gives us a chance to get this alpha out to more people, make these ecosystems bigger, and grow your bags too. So, I mean, it's huge, huge for us. Share with your friends, share on your Twitter, and we appreciate y'all for all the time that y'all have ever given us.
Absolutely. And special thank you to all the haters that always come and view our videos because they don't understand anything about Tropa and PDI. And me and you and a couple other people are the only ones that actually understand the entire ecosystem, which is kind of funny. So good stuff. All right. Well, let's kick back off. Boop.